All right, so looking ahead to Martinsville, because it's a quick turnaround, so we're going to make the quick turnaround here on Backseat Drivers, but they only have a few days to get those cars from that 1.5 miles of Atlanta to now a short track at Martinsville up in Virginia. So what can we expect from the paperclip? Because I'm ready for some fights.
I think we could definitely have that because, we've seen Chase and Kyle get into it. We've seen Chase and Joey get into it at Bristol. I think if I had to guess, I think the little rift between Kyle and Chase is over. I mean, I feel like they've worked it out a little bit. I mean, I'm not saying with one to go, if Kyle's in front of Chase for the lead, he's not going to punt him. I'm sure he is. But I think we have a little bit more concern with Joey and Chase because Joey didn't get what he wanted to out of that conversation with Chase. He wanted him to apologize right away, and he kind of had to drag it out of Chase a little bit. So I think Joey's not going to forget about that. And if he gets a chance, even if they're not racing for the lead, I think Joey's going to maybe show him the bumper a little more quickly than he would if they didn't get into it in Bristol.
I'm so tired of drivers having to apologize to each other, having to text each other after the race because you got into me. They were racing for a win. Quit crying about it. They've all done it. I hope we see some fenders get bent and some tempers go up and some people get rattled at Martinsville because that is a short track. It is what it is all about. It is, NASCAR's oldest bull ring we still run at in the Cup Series. That's what that track was built on. You have to be tough between the ears. You have to be physically tough. And you're going to have to be tough outside of the race car, as we saw last year. We had crews going at it. It was a melee on pit.
You were there.
I was there. I'm so excited because this is what we all tune in to Martinsville for. It is a Wednesday night race. It is prime time. It's not the time to leave anything on the racetrack. And you might think Chase and Kyle are done, but I guarantee you if Chase Elliott has the opportunity to put the bumper to Kyle Busch to get a win at Martinsville, he's going to do it, and he's not going to care. And there may not be any fans in the grandstands, but I guarantee you if you are anywhere within earshot of a human being and they're watching the race, you will hear them scream. This has the billing to really be a huge event. And really see some guys get to show their personality inside and outside the race car. I'm pumped for it.
You mentioned, though, both of you guys have talked about that Chase would punt Kyle. So let's say Kyle's behind the 9. Does Kyle go and punt Chase again?
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, everybody needs to move everybody on the last lap. I mean, second place doesn't pay as much, and, we're dealing with bonus points in the playoffs. But there's a way to do it. There's a way not to do it. You don't send it off in there and you don't, turn him. You don't, right rear him into the wall.
Denny Hamlin 3 seasons ago.
Well, yeah, exactly. But, you got to move somebody out of the way. But with what we've seen this year, with what we've seen in previous years at Martinsville, if you don't have your TV tuned into that race, you're missing out.
All right. Well,
it all depends on how much Kyle wants to make the Chase Elliott fans mad.
Kyle doesn't care. Kyle doesn't care.
I mean, look, you had Chase Elliott turn the entire state of Virginia against Denny Hamlin, the Virginia natives. So, I mean, I don't know. I think, like I said before, I still think it's gonna be more with Joey and Chase. I think Joey still has something to say with Chase, but who knows? We have to watch.
Kyle Busch has 2 Cup championships and an endless supply of M&Ms. What does he have to be worried about?
Agree to disagree.
All right. Hopefully you guys can have a peaceful Martinsville hot dog to solve everything. Well, we know that normally a storyline coming out of Martinsville is how mad and who's mad at who. So let's tune in to all of that action coming up from the paperclip tonight, 7 p.m. on FS1. It's primetime under the lights.